You look at the consequences of this in terms of what's going on south of the border and the risk it puts many of our own law enforcement agents at, and it's absolutely wrong and needs to be exposed.
Let's just start, sir, with something that's of great concern to the readers of Guns and Patriots. Project Gun Runner, which, as far as I can tell, was a government program that facilitated gun sales and transfers to Mexico that otherwise would have been stopped by the system for the purposes of sort of almost as an experiment to sort of tag these guns the way you would tag, say, a killer whale going through the ocean, for the idea of like learning what was going on. What would have been a good scientific experiment, unfortunately, has led to mayhem as hundreds and perhaps thousands of weapons made it to Mexico. People were killed. These weapons have been connected with robberies. In fact, 2 federal agents have been linked to weapons as part of this project. How did you first hear about Gun Runner, and what are you looking at?
Well, I think probably the same way that everybody else did. As some of the reporting came out and some people started to talk about it, and it sort of percolated to the surface. But I think what we're finding out now is there are a lot of things about this project that people didn't know about. And I think it's really important. I commend Congressman Issa and Senator Grassley for pursuing an investigation to figure out how high up at the Justice Department this went, and for listening to these ATF whistleblowers and getting the information to try and determine the scope of this failed project, and who was involved with it, because I think those are answers that people need to know. I mean, this clearly was a botched mission that was designed to, I'm not sure exactly what it was designed for, but that's what we need to find out. And it clearly did not work, was ineffective, and as a consequence of it, we've got, some people who have been killed.
And I understand they also received stimulus money?
Well, I guess I wasn't aware of that particular aspect of it, but that's even more disturbing. And but those are things that this investigation hopefully will expose. And if in fact we do find out that there were people who knew about this, that there was complicity, there was an effort to try and keep and prevent people from finding out about it, then there ought to be some heads that roll over there.
Are you heartened by what appears to be the cooperation of Acting Director Melson with Congressman Issa and Senator Grassley?
I am, and I hope that continues, and I hope that to the degree that there were people who were trying to keep any of this from making out into the public domain, that will be exposed as well, and that the people who are responsible are held accountable. I think the American people deserve that. You look at the consequences of this in terms of what's going on south of the border and the risk it puts many of our own law enforcement agents at, and it's absolutely wrong and needs to be exposed.